I feel like my eyes look really puffy from crying. Maybe it's my makeup, but I've been crying a lot. Honestly, I think I've just been trying to distract myself because whenever I stop to think about it, I start crying. So this morning, I woke up, I immediately washed up and did my makeup and ran around the apartment vacuuming and cleaning, and what did I do? I went to the bookstore and I got a bunch of incense. This one has a funny name. It's ilang ilang, and it smells really strong, and even if I don't light it, I can smell it. And I got a little plate for the matchstick incense, and it's metal, so I can actually just put the incense on it without worrying about it making marks. And I found it all at the bookstore. I also got 5 new books. I don't really want to pull the books that I got out, but I got 5 new books. Maybe I should pull them out. We're gonna do a book haul because I feel like I'm about to cry. So we have Secure. It's written by the same author who wrote Attached, about attachment styles, and this is basically about how to create a secure life and have a secure attachment style. And I honestly can't tell what my attachment style is, but it talks about your childhood and how your attachment styles are developed and how it can affect you in adulthood and how you can fix it and fix your trauma. I also bought Circe because that's how you pronounce it, right? Because this has been on my list for a while, and this is the first time I've seen a cover that looks like this. It might be some sort of special edition, but usually it's like the Greek face just plastered on the front. But this is the first time I've seen this kind of cover, and it's really pretty, so I bought this. Next I got Wild Dark Shore because I've been watching a lot of Haley Pham, and she talks about Book of the Month, and apparently this is really good, and apparently it's highly recommended by Book of the Month, and the plot itself also intrigues me, so I bought this, and I'm surprised they actually had it in the bookstore. Next is Sophie's World, and this, I actually didn't know about this book, but it's a novel about the history of philosophy, which caught my attention, and the beautiful cover art as well. So it's fiction, but it's about science fiction and philosophy. So it's a coming-of-age novel that thrives on its contradictions. It's a page-turning science fiction adventure, as well as a history of Western philosophy, from the discourses of ancient Greece to debates about the Big Bang. The games begin when 14-year-old Sophie finds 2 notes in her mailbox. One asks, "Who are you?" The other asks, "Where does the world come from?" From here, with the aid of a devoted but mysterious instructor, Sophie sets off on a fantastic philosophical saga that will take her far beyond her small Norwegian's hometown. Letters give way to lectures, questions give way to quests, and the dimensions of Sophie's world, as well as our own, grow ever wider, deeper, and richer. So, this sounds really good. It's a 30th anniversary edition. It's very pretty. The last book I got is another Murakami book, and this one is called The City and Its Uncertain Walls, and don't really know what it's about. The back just says, a breathtaking new novel about the boundaries between worlds and individuals. And honestly, I bought this not knowing what it's about because I don't really have instant buy authors. Is that what people call it when you just buy a book immediately if they release it? But Murakami is my only instant buy author, so if I see a book by him, I will immediately buy it. So I got this one and it looks very pretty. Right now, I think I'm gonna read like 3 books at once. So right now I have on my desk Recursion, which I'm really excited to read, and Yellowface. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but when they first delivered it to me, it came in German, so I exchanged it for the English one. So I have this, and this is what I'm reading with my friend, Better Than the Movies. So we decided to read like 10 chapters a week and just talk about it when we hang out. So I'm reading 3 books at once right now. It really comes in waves. But anyways, I've been trying to keep myself distracted this morning. I did the laundry and I vacuumed the whole apartment, which is huge, so that was annoying, but I did that. I did the dishes. I made coffee. I had breakfast. I've just been keeping myself busy. But it really does just hit you in waves. I don't know what just happened, and I don't know how to fix it. I ended up cutting it open, and if I can get it out, then that's a success. Good morning, guys. I don't even know how to start this video, but I just filmed a makeup tutorial, and honestly, the past couple weeks have been really hard for me, and even just thinking about it makes me want to cry again. But I'm just dealing with something right now that's it's gonna be hard for a while, and it really comes in waves, and I've been going through a lot. So I kind of just go through a cycle of feeling numb, and then feeling okay, and then crying, and it comes out of nowhere, and it really just comes in waves. And literally immediately after I opened my eyes today, I started crying. So it really comes out of nowhere. I don't know how many times I'm gonna cry today. I don't know if I will cry today, but we're gonna get through it. I've had no appetite lately, and it was already bad before, but now it's even worse, to the point where I'm kind of starving myself, not intentionally. It's just anytime I try to eat, I feel like I'm gonna throw up and I feel sick, and I can only really stomach things like soup or just like liquids. So I've been trying to just eat whatever I can stomach and take a lot of vitamins and supplements, and just I'm seeing my doctor today, so I'm gonna see if he can help me with that. I honestly can't even remember what I talked about in my last video, but I know I was reading the Cruel Prince series, and while all this was going on, I was reading to keep myself distracted. So I finished Wicked King and The Queen of Nothing, and honestly there was so much going on that I don't even remember how I felt about the book. I was really just reading just to distract myself, not even to really enjoy it. So what I do remember is I think overall the series was a 3 out of 5 series for me. Queen of Nothing I enjoyed more than the first 2 books, I think because it started off fast and it kept escalating and things kept happening, and I like books that are very intense and fast-paced. So I did enjoy that, but then near the middle I think it started to slow down a bit, and then the ending just didn't really make sense to me. Like, why was there a serpent? I don't get it. So overall it was a 3 out of 5 series for me, and maybe I'll reread it in the future and maybe I'll enjoy it more then when I'm not depressed, but for now that's the rating I'm going with. Right now I'm reading Better Than the Movies with my friend, and we're doing a little book club together, and I feel like it's a mix between The Duff and To All the Boys I've Loved Before. I feel like it's both of those tropes together in a way. Like the next door neighbor who you're always fighting with and you don't get along, and they start helping you, and the fake dating, and it feels like a mix of the two. At the beginning of every chapter they have a quote from a famous romance movie, and one of the chapters had the quote, "You're not as vile as I thought you were," from 10 Things I Hate About You, which is one of my absolute favorite movies. And that quote basically summarizes how I feel about this book and just romance books in general. Most romance books I've read, I would just cringe on every page, and I just didn't enjoy the writing style, and it just felt really horny and cringy, and I didn't enjoy it, and I usually had to DNF it. For example, Book Lovers, Powerless, I literally cringed on every page, every interaction. But for this book, I'm actually surprisingly enjoying it. This just feels really innocent and lighthearted and funny, and it's making me laugh, and it's nostalgic in a way. It gives me the same feeling I get when I'm watching all these old romance movies that I love, and it makes me want to rewatch these old romance movies. So yesterday I sat down and watched 10 Things I Hate About You, and today I think I want to watch Grease, and it's kind of turning me into a cinephile again, because I used to be a huge cinephile before I became more of a reader, and I absolutely loved old movies, and this is kind of bringing that feeling back. The books I usually enjoy, like I said, are very fast-paced, intense, very high stakes, lots of twists and surprises, and either that or just surreal and strange and unusual and just leaves you dumbfounded. Things like Murakami, things like Red Rising, Sunrise on the Reaping, and this is completely different from any of those books, but for some reason I've been really enjoying it. I think because I've been having such a hard time, this book has just been very comforting for me, and I've just been non-stop crying, but when I read this book, it feels like a warm hug, and it just makes me laugh, and it's really just, it helps you escape reality, and that's the reason I got into fiction books in the first place, to escape reality. And I feel like this book is helping me do that. I don't think I can stomach breakfast right now, so I'm just gonna make myself a coffee and read my book, and my bus comes in about 2 hours, so I'm gonna head out to the city, and honestly, I don't think I have the energy to do anything today. I think I'm just gonna go to the doctor and just come straight home. I would go see my family, but they're busy doing things today, so I don't want to bother them. So I'm just gonna come back home and continue reading, and this is why I'm building a personal library. I'm never gonna run out of things to read. So that's the plan for the day.